Well, it is October, hang on, 12th. I'm out on public land, deer hunting. Last night I got my camp set up and my tree stand on and sat for a little bit. And it's currently about 5:30 in the morning. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to head out and see something. Last night I saw a group of about 4 deer, but all does. The area I'm hunting is buck only, so. And also 4-point restriction this year, so it's gonna have to be a good buck. Well, see you at the stand. Oh, that's awesome. Couple of dinks, mate. That's a very big buck. Well, it is now November. It's the weekend before rifle season. And walking into the stand this morning, there was a buck here. One of the bigger bucks, I think. I think I said before, but I can't be sure. But he had a doe with him. I didn't spook him hard. He actually hung around for a little bit. And he didn't run. So hopefully he'll still be in the area. Gonna be moving my stand around noon to the third location now. Gonna be moving across the creek to the other side of the bottom where all the deer are moving. And hopefully I'll be able to get some. Well, I tracked the buck for about a quarter mile. Blood petered out, and I had my dad come by, and we both watched the film in the camper. And as far as we can tell, there are two things that went wrong that I should have done. First of all, I should have waited for him to turn broadside or get quartering away and had even a closer shot. Secondly, I forgot I'm shooting out of about a 30-foot tree stand. So the angle was so much that it pretty much went through and hit pretty much perfect spot if you're hunting out of a ground blind. But since I was hunting out of a tree stand, I just hit his brisket. And it was just meat, no vital organs, no nothing. You can see from how he calmed down, and whenever he was standing, you couldn't see any blood gushing out like it would if it was shot lethally. And I tracked from quarter mile. Blood is petering out to about drop every 10 or 12 feet. So I'm saying he's still alive. And I feel absolutely horrible for having wounded a buck and not killed it. And if I had shot my arrow about 6 inches further up, he'd be dead, and I'd be drinking a Mountain Dew. But he ain't dead. So now I gotta head back in there, move the stand to get to a better spot, because most of the bucks I've been seeing, I saw 2 of the bucks that morning. They were both chasing each other down further in the bottom. So I'm gonna move the stand closer to them, because I'm sure that guy is probably still out of the country. And plus, where I shot him, I walked through there now, so it's all scented up. And I highly doubt that I'm gonna get as many deer through there. So I'm gonna move further down the draw where I don't have scent. And hopefully I'll be able to get something and actually shoot to kill. Well, it's about an hour, maybe a little less till dark. I might be able to see something tonight still and still get a shot. My dad brought the SD card from the video home and got a better look at the shot. Turns out it was in front of the shoulder and just kind of caught the meat on the front part of the shoulder. Didn't hit any vital organs. And the deer's alright. But yeah, I'd say real pretty good. I've seen 2 of the bucks tonight so far, making it 7 deer total I've seen today. I saw the spike while I was setting up the stand, and I saw a little forky walking on the hill next to me. He was about 80 yards out. There seems to be a lot of deer here. A lot of deer seem to be 80 yards out. Except I do not want to come here with a rifle. I already saw 7 people there during youth season. So hopefully I'll get some tonight. If not, then I got 3 more days. And right now I'm in the funnel area where I've seen a lot of bucks move. Meh. Meh. He smelled the tree stand lock. I was hoping he would just walk past. Holy buckets. He walked close. I arranged a whole bunch of trees that was around. I know I got a hold of him. Look at that meat on there. Take a look at that. That is how much it punched through him right here. And my stand is right in that middle tree there. Let's see how far it was. Let's see. If I can stop shaking enough. 22 yards. And he spooked out here. He stopped underneath that branch. That branch right there. Man, I've never been so happy to have a release pop off a D-loop like that. That's just from touching the arrow. My hand's already bloody. I definitely hit him, and I hit him good. But now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head out, get the deer cart, cause I can hit at least 40 minutes, or to let him sit. Cause when he ran off, he didn't act like he was just gonna flop over in 80 yards, and I'm betting it's lung shot. So it'll be better to let him sit. I'm gonna leave my arrow here as a marker. I'm probably gonna tie up some more ribbon here. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna be that much further away from where I last saw him. Like he might be on top of that ridge over there, but whew, I'm so excited. That's a nice buck. I'm so glad I moved the stand. I need to calm down. I'm still shaking. I'll come back. I'll be tracking in the dark, but that's gonna be better than doing anything else. Well, finally got back out here with the deer cart. It's now 6 o'clock. So I've let him sit for an hour and a half, and wow, that light is blinding. But yeah, got start here. Here you can actually see a bit more what I'm talking about here with this light. And he ran off that way. So now, just gotta try and get him. Hey, I'm gonna turn that light down. There, that's much better. But yeah, now I just gotta go get and start tracking. And I probably won't be showing much except maybe a couple big blood spots. but looking forward to it. Gotta fix that filter. There we go. Found him. Yeah. Found him. Let's see, that took, what time is it here? 6:25. Took me half an hour to find him. Woo. He's a nice public land buck. Well, let me get him set up for an actual shoot here. Well, finally got him. Weekend before rifle season. You just gotta put it all together. For public land and for how much work I've put into this spot, I'm super glad to have this buck. He's young. You can tell that from his stickers, his kind of lack of mass and his kind of small body. And if I was hunting on a farm, probably would have passed him. But public land, you can't afford to pass these guys. I'm so stoked right now. This guy, I'm not sure you understand. This is my first time ever getting a hunt done from scouting the spot. And this is all I've done myself. I've scouted this spot, I've set up my stands, I've done all the stuff I needed to do. I've put in a whole lot of work to this spot, and it's the first time I've ever done this by myself. Usually I've done it with my dad or someone else. And this is my first solo hunt deer. And I just couldn't be happier. And this guy, he almost got away. And it's one of the few times that I've been glad to have a bow malfunction. My release evidently wasn't hooked on all the way onto my D-loop. And when he sniffed the tree I was on, evidently he smelled where I put my hand or something. And he just put his nose there and he started to bolt. All of a sudden, my release let go and my arrow kind of fell off the line and kind of made a little noise. And he just stopped and was looking around, was wondering what that noise was. And in that time, I was kind of re-knocking my arrow and re-hooking up my release. And by the time I got my release re-hooked up, that was when he looked up, and I think he saw me move because he busted me. And when he bolted again, I drew back. I said, "Mac, Mac." On the second Mac, he stopped at 22 yards, and he was just out of frame. I would have loved to have this guy in frame for you, but he was just out of frame. And I slocked him. And he snapped off my arrow, so the fletchings are still inside him. But I'm so happy. I probably didn't need to let him sit, but I was playing it safe. I am tinkle pink right now. Whew. Well, now I gotta go get the cart.